take me to the deep far corners of the earth, leave the night behind me, the writing no story. Hey, it's a new day, we can make our own way, traveling the waves. Lonely without you. It's a new day, we can make our own way, traveling the waves. Lonely without you.
Leo, how you doing? So welcome to the channel, and if you've just found it, then you're going to have some kind of broad imagination for this. I'm picking up someone's abroad or got a broad accent. Now, we used to say broad as in up north. We used to say up north because you got a broad accent. So someone could be up north or from broad accent, but abroad, or I want to go abroad, or bored and bored and bored and bored and bored, I want to go abroad. Okay, but I used to live up north, and we used to say down south, we used to say, oh, you've got a broad accent. So, I don't know, something to do with someone's accent or something accident. Oh, okay, it might have ever to do with a Cancerian. I don't know why. I'm picking up an accident waiting to happen, or what? I'm hearing some kind of claiming or blaming something. Someone's being blamed for something. I'm picking up court action, blame. Hold on a second. Okay, so Leo, sorry, I'm getting crossed. Some kind of energy just made me kind of go blank. All of a sudden, it's like I've just gone blank. It's like blankety blank, checkbook and pen. It's like you can write your own checkbook, or blank, or someone shooting. Shooting blanks is what I'm hearing, or blankety blank. It's like blankety blank, or someone's blanket, fire sign. I'm picking up a fire blanket. So it could have something to do with a fire engine or a fire blanket, or if you've got a car and it's very dodgy, be very careful, honestly, because I'm not trying to, this is why I'm saying a lot of people, you've got to have a broad mind when it comes to these, because they might not even be that, you might just witness it and things like this. A lot of people say, no, continue on with the channel, don't stop. And then some people are like, how dare you say that? So we're just going with it, Leo. But I'm picking up like a broad accent, or a car, or like some kind of like claim, or something going to court, and like accident claims, or like anything to do with court appearances is definitely what I'm picking up. But I'm also hearing like, I caught you, and I caught you red-handed, and I caught you again, and I caught you again. Also something to do with Pisces and a fish. Now, man, y'all coming across very strange, again, energies. Because Pisces, they've been everywhere in this reading for the last September. And normally I don't really mention that too much. But I'm picking up that there are people with people and other people that are leaving people and then going towards people. But all these people, there's a lot of people, but all these people have similarities of their placements. They're all kind of like energies of fire and water. Because I'm picking up like a fire blanket and putting out fire with water, but then putting fire back into it with water. Do you know what I mean? Like feelings back into, I don't know. I'm picking up like my feelings have been dampened and put out, but but something is now making me feel like there's feelings again. Like are the feelings coming back, or I'm feeling something again for someone or the same person. But I've got messages for a lot of you relating to old messages. I'm picking up like it's a lot to do with like sense. I'm hearing again through other reading, censored. Something is censored, like very sensitive, right? Very sensitive. And I'm picking up like someone like because I'm definitely picking up Leo energies for sure around you, and it could be involving another Leo, because I'm picking up double Leo, like double trouble is one of the messages that was here, was double trouble, double, like I'm doubling up with someone, or troubling up with someone, or I'm troubled. I feel troubled. Okay, so let me get to grips with this, Leo. So the Pisces reading, okay, they had this, because I really feel like you have something to do with like water signs. Could be Cancer, but also Pisces, and a lot of you too. And I'm picking up too Libra energy as well, or Sagittarius. But I'm picking up that it's more of like something's got put out, but then something gets ignited again. Like my feelings have been let down and like dampened, but then all of a sudden there's a spark. Okay, it could even be mark of the devil. Hopefully not. But there's a spark again, and now it's like being reignited, but united either with a third party, because I really do pick some of that up with you guys, and then also like, I don't know, man, they keep saying that there are pieces of Pisces everywhere and pieces of water signs and fire signs everywhere in a lot of readings at the moment. So, right, let's try and break this down. I'm picking up a breakdown that someone's having an emotional breakdown or a physical awakening. Don't get it crossed. You can still have the same thing. When you have an emotional breakdown, that is also part of awakening, because that's loneliness. Okay, that's what happens when Neo woke up out the Matrix. He was lonely. He had to understand that he had to fit into his environment, and it's now coming out of why I mentioned this about Broad, and also about through other channel messages if you've been watching your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. But what I've been talking about so far is about change. I'm waiting for people to change. Something to do with also around Scorpio energy. Okay, and it isn't. What it is that you change your environment and move. You physically move forward, and you're definitely dealing around Cancerian, that's for sure. Okay, well, trust me, we'll get there in the end, and I'll put these pieces together. But it's more like, you know, the world changes and it evolves around, you know, the sun and whatnot. But so definite Leo again, another Leo, and to do with family and the sun, right? But everything changes but you, meaning the whole world and everything else changes. Now, when you move destination, that's the only way you ever change, is because you adapt to your environment of what you're in. And if you're in a circumstance where your environment is bad, then you stay in that rabbit hole for quite some time and find it very difficult in order to move forward, like Cancerian energy, towards the future. Okay, so when you adapt, you can move, and when you move, you take yourself with you, because it's you that's going. You're making your karma happen by going forward. Okay, and when you do, you adapt to your circumstance, but you're still going to be you. Everybody is still going to be them. So if you're in circumstances of past, you have to realise that the circumstances of when you have twin flames, soulmates, or sort of stuff, is that the person that you've been indicative with is that person. That's going to be them in relationship. That's what they would be like forever in relationships. Okay, majority of people, they just meet other people that match what they want. Okay, that's the perfect match and a match. It just matches them. Okay, so it's a bit like a football match. Okay, but I'm definitely picking up a spark or a mark or a Capricorn or an X that marks the spot, and it is to do with around Capricorn, and anything phallic as well is also what I'm picking up, like a sexual remark or something. Okay, or a mark on someone's skin, or it's left a mark on somebody, like this karma has left a mark on somebody. Okay, so what have we got for you, Leo? So I picked up, and these were complete messages of I dare you to say her name once more. Now this is the reason why I'm getting kind of confused around your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus energies, is because what I'm hearing is that specific word is, well, that phrase is, I dare you to say her name once more. And I think some of you are dealing with a past partner coming back that has been cheating, right? And I'm picking up around Leo energies because of a cheater and a cat. I'm not saying it's them. For some it might be, for some it's not. But it's like this energy of like, you say her name once more and I'm done and I'm out. And I really do pick that that if I was to do a reading, you would go through judgment, right? Which is a lot to do with someone could have accidentally said her name, and it's like, man, oh, it came up. Who did I just do? Taurus energy, and that was, and now it's coming through your energy. So what's Taurus energies? They can relate to anybody in your life. The channel messages, and it was, if you say this one more time, what is coming through is that if you bring up the past once more and say her name once more, to do with someone that's in a commitment or married, and it's to do with Taurus, which is they've either got placements of Taurus or they're married, but somehow, somewhere they would have Taurus in their chart, relating to family as well. And it's, listen, if you come back to me and say her name once more, because I'm hearing say her name, go on, just say her name, just say her name once more, go on, just say it. I dare you just to say her name once more. And it's like this thing that's going through someone's head, and they're like, I know that you're going to bring up her. I know that you're going to bring up the past. I just know that you're going to do this again. And I know you are, and I know you are, and I know you are, and I'm determined that I know that you are. And it's because someone is doing that, you know, physically doing that. It's like So I'm getting kind of like a little bit ahead of myself. Are you all right? You get on. So bear with me, Leo. So I'm picking up, right, that someone is like going over it in their mind, and they're going over it in their mind, and over it in their mind, and over it in their mind. And it's because of some kind of like past action. And it's been like, I'm hearing Action Jackson as well, Jackson, and then Jack or Jackson. But I'm picking up like, you come back and I just know it. And it's like, I just know, say her name once more, go on. And it's kind of like someone accidentally on purpose sets upon someone. I'm picking up like sets upon someone. Sex upon someone. What? Sex is upon somebody? A sexual remark. Something to do with like sexual explicit remarks or something. And it's like, I dare you just to say anything sleazy, or I just dare you to like say anything about this past partner. I don't know. I'm getting confused because I'm bringing up that, like with some of the readings that have been coming out, that someone keeps bringing up the past all the time, like always bringing up the past, and it always comes up into someone's head to go over it again. And it's like we're going over it again and running over the same old ground and doing the same old thing. And I really pick up that it is a lot to do with like someone returning and then they do the same thing. And you're like, what on earth? And you know, what? Because I picked up, what was it? You mention her name once more is the main message. You just mention this once more. Just, will you please just drop it? Will you keep either one mentioning in her name or his name? And it's like, is it in her name or his name? And this is to do with a marriage for a lot of you, where it's like children are involved. And it's like, well, is this person in their name or is it in their name? Or is this company in their name or his name or her name? But I'm definitely picking up like pieces of Pisces in places, placements of places, people moving, trading places, right, which is, I'll buy that for $1. And it's like, well, I'd buy you. So why would you buy a person? I don't know. It's kind of like someone does want somebody and it's like, well, I'd have you, I'd take you in and I'd take you on and I'd be this person. And it's like, what was the Kiora? I'll be your dog. Anybody remember that advert? But it's like, well, I'll be your... Why would someone want to be their dog? I don't know. I mentioned dog and cat in another reading, and I know you represent the symbol of a cat. I'm not calling anybody a dog, okay? I'm just hearing like, well, I'll be your cat or dog or whatever. Again, like leading someone astray. It is. Someone's being led astray. Like, is afraid and is led astray. I'm definitely picking up around your energies, Leo. Like intimidation and... Oh, man, that it actually came up. Sorry, they're all kind of like... now merging into one. Cancerian. I'm just uploading it now. Intimidation. Something like intimidation and manipulation, and also like needing to find courage and strength, like the heart of a lion, and needing to do that, but see, the heart of a lion and strength is giving up. It's not sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not persevering to keep doing the same thing. That's the definition of madness, is running over the same old ground. And it's like, you know what, even though this isn't working, let's just do it again. And it's like, yeah, that didn't work before. Okay, so let's take a new approach. What I want you to do is change your mind or change your appearance or to change something about you. And it's kind of like, no, why should I do that? Why should I change anything in my life for you? And you're kind of like, because that's the appearance of everything, you see. Everything changes but you. The cycle changes and you go with it. That's what messes everybody up. It's just that everybody's like, yeah, but I want you to be a certain way and I need you to mould you into something different in a relationship. So we're in it. So I need you to think differently, speak differently, smell different. Smell? What's to do with something spell? Okay, we're not going down the spell road. But something to do with like, I need you to smell differently, or I need you to like do this differently. And it's a bit like jump on one leg and then bark like a dog. A bit like on the American, Coming to America. Right? So I'm hearing... Sorry, sometimes I do these and I think, turn this camera off, Steve, and start again. Okay, no, so we're not going to do that. We're going to continue on. So let's try and break this down. Okay, something to do with Cancerian and having an awakening or a breakdown. Okay, something to do with that in someone's chart. And you could have this in your chart. and it is relating to someone that keeps coming back and going forward and coming back and going forward and going back, and it's judgment. You could be indicative with third party energies, okay? And people are coming back, and it's like, listen, if you just say her name once more, or if you just do this again once more, and someone's like, yeah, no, I promise I won't, and then they do. You've got to look at your cycles and how long they've been, okay? Me, I might come across sometimes as someone that's very arrogant, but me, I can end a relationship quite quickly when I know that something has just happened repetitively over and over again. To the point where I am now, you kind of notice these cycles. I don't want this to come across weird, okay, but sometimes you notice these cycles and you have to kind of say to yourself, you know what, this trigger and this stuff of someone like always doing the same thing over and over again is repetitively doing it, and I can't seem to win. Like, the person always wants me to be or do something completely different than what I like for myself. Like, I like to work a lot, or I like to go to the gym, or I like to do these sort of things in my life. And when someone tries to prevent that, that's where you're going to come up against resistance, is trying to stop people from being and doing what they want. Now, you can watch a tarot card reader and they can say, well, this person's a workaholic, or this person does all of this stuff, and they're closed off and they're... The reason why people shut down and close off is for a specific reason that a tarot card reader can never always pick up. It's what happens between here and here that matters. The conversations that do go on or don't go on inside of a relationship. The things that are said to someone else to make them feel like they're intimidated, or that someone feels intimidated. But whichever way around it is, people have their right to close down because they're supposed to, because it's supposed to promote separation. It's because what you've done is repetitively gone over the same cycle of confusion, of an attachment, of a feeling, right? So when your feelings are detached in certain ways, you start to recollect on things. But it's someone that repetitively goes over this same cycle in the same way. And it's like, well, let's try again. And it's okay, because this could be a marriage or something. And it seems to be like, you know, let's just try again and let's do the same thing again. And it's like, I don't know if this is like reconciliation or someone that's being intimidated in order to do it, to make them feel bad that they should, okay? Which is people bringing karma to people, you know. So, excuse me, how are we breaking this down, Leo? So I feel a lot of you that at the moment through, you know, my channel messages, they change. And at the moment, I really feel that there are so many people with Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus that, you know, your future prediction, you could check back years ago and you would see that, oh, I just met that same sign or the sign within that. And I feel that some people have got like double placements of something, of someone else that's got double placements, or a placement of what someone else has got. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's confusing the energy, because I think a lot of soulmates are all entering into energies and they're trying to pull people away from their past towards the future of metaphysical and physical relationships of marriage and children, because that's gone out throughout the year mainly, okay? And there's a lot of newness, but there's a lot of energies of like, no, I can't, I'm refusing. Like, I want to give it another go and another try, and that I want to repetitively do this because I can't let go. Now, some of this is that I can't let go of the other person, and that you're involved with where someone won't let go of that other person, and they come back to you, and then you get intimidated and manipulated into a way of feeling like you're not worthy of an energy that goes away and leaves you drained and confused, and then comes back, and then that's more along the lines of, I dare you just to mention that past again. I dare you to bring up the past again. Why is it that you keep going over the same old ground? And why do you like travel from here to there? And where is it that you go when you go somewhere else? Like, do you go towards another person? And where someone gets very like, it's only because of your karma, I think, that people get very worried and frustrated and paranoid. And it's because they think, well, where is it that you're going when you're not here? Like, are you going to see another woman or another man? Now, that's only should only really be present if you've been in a relationship presently with a person and they have checked. If they have, in my eyes, that's a no-go. If you're in a relationship with someone and they come and sleep with you and blah, 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 and they go back to someone else and they come back and all that sort of stuff, but they're lying, then that's manipulation of energy of where... Oh, I'm getting confused. I'm getting confused. Sorry, it's mainly because of this energy. Sorry, it's a friend. I wondered what that was on my phone. So where are we, Leo? Where are we? I think lost. I think some of you got Virgo in your chart maybe, or someone has. And I think, well, I'm so lost and triggered and confused. And someone is like going to see someone else, and where is it that they're going? You know, if you're with somebody and they go out and you don't trust them, then that's 100% karmic. In my eyes, that's never a relationship that will ever succeed. Ever succeed. Because as soon as someone cheats in a relationship, if they do it once or twice, that's like, no. But I'm definitely picking that up for some of you, because I am picking up a cheater. It doesn't mean that you're the lion and you're the cheater. I just mean for some, they could be watching it and saying, yeah, it's the Leo. And then for Leos could be watching it saying, yeah, it's the other person, or neither of you. But I'm definitely picking that up, like it's a lot to do with cheaters and lions. I'm also picking up Lion's Court. It always come up like a court action. Lion's Court was an old people's place, believe it or not, for us. But that's just how my spirit gets me to look at it. Some of this is court actions, and it's intimidation and making people like afraid to go towards the future, and they've got that going on. And then there's also the love stuff, and it's all coming up it's probably coming up in your head. As I'm saying, you've probably got a lot on, going on this month for September, Leo, and it's like it's all accumulating to the point of like, this is just all getting way too much, and I just can't cope and I can't take it anymore. And that definitely happened around who I just done live and watched, which was Taurus energy. Okay, so if you're in the chat, hello everybody, you're right. But I definitely think picking that up, that it's a lot to do with like, man, this is so frustrating that everything seems to be happening at once, and doesn't everything just come in threes? Well, it does normally, So what it's getting you to do is really to look at it is to form separation, is because we basically just generally keep fighting to be in stuff that's not meant to be. And it's only when we can understand about letting go, of going towards something that's good and positive for the future, that helps you out. And I do feel like that there's a helping out energy and someone good for you in your future. Because I picked up Cancerian energy here, and I have channeled for them, and there was something to do with like surprise and going forward and like physically turning up somewhere. But I think that as you decide to turn up into someone else's energy, or someone does, someone else turns up in the energy. And that because they turn up, it confuses you and intimidates you in order to be able to fully keep going forward. But I'm really picking that up as a Leo Cancerian, or someone that's got big Cancerian in their energy. Now, if your partner has, it's them that's going backwards and forwards. I'm really getting confused because I really am seeing threes. Threes. Okay? Now, let me try and... let me try and have a look at it. I'm definitely seeing that as you decide to go forward, someone comes back and pulls you back and then intimidates you, and you start to use your feelings and emotions of this, what came out in another reading, which is one last kiss goodbye or something, right? And when you start to think that way, this person comes back and pulls you that way, and then they go back there, you get intimidated, you go through the Five of Energies and the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. And then as you start to turn around and go this way, this person feels you pulling away, and they come back towards you in order to intimidate you, to get you to fool you, to stop you going forward. And this happens so much in Twin Flame, Soulmate, Two of Cups, Six of Cups energies, is that you're supposed to go towards Two of Cups energies, not sixes really. Sixes are just meant for people that are in physical relationships with children and kids. That's really a Six of Cups. The two is a metaphysical connection, right? So when you deal with these kind of energies, twos are supposed to get you to go that way, right? Then this person, when you do that, they come back and you just keep going around in this triangle for like ages. That every time you start to think, all right, I'm going forward, I've got progression, all of a sudden they come back and you're like, now I'm stuck again. Now I'm back in the Five of Cups energy. I was just starting to move forward. Now this person's come back into my energy and I can't seem to move forward and I'm stuck. you've got energies of Pisces, you've got the energy of Cancerian and yourselves, and then the other signs that it's come out for, like Taurus. Okay, I'm picking up the saying of 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that really not accomplishing that much with the progression of getting away from the past. And the only way that you can get away from the past is actually using denial, right? Or Daniel, or Dan, or denial. But I'm picking up that you deny the past. You deny it, right? Someone's trying to deny something in court, man. Deny. Didn't even know I always lied. Denial is also part of what we used when I used to be a drinker, and then also when I was a counsellor. Is denial. Is didn't even know I was always lying to myself, basically. But I'm definitely picking up that someone is in denial and they drink, maybe, on top of depression, which is not a good idea. Drinking is also really not a good idea, you know. It's really not. I mean, I can have the occasional beer with somebody, friends and whatnot, but me going out on the lash, I just can't really do that anymore, bruv. I just can't. It's just medium, so it messes my head. So you've got also someone that's trying to deny something in court, which is lie about it, like blatantly lie. And it's like, because they're blatantly lying, it's like, man, all you do is just spin yarns and just lie and lie and lie and lie and lie. And then it's like, well, where is your loyalty then? Something to do with Virgo as well. And it's like, well, where does your loyalty lie? Does it lie with me, Laura? Or does it lie with, where does it lie? And it's like, no, you're lying. And it's like, no, I'm not lying. It's like, you are lying. And it's, no, I'm not lying. And it's this denial energy, right? And denial energy is only accomplished by denying energy, is to not remain in denial, in illusion, right? Is to accomplish your worst nightmares and fears, is by leaving things behind. Because what you've got here is intimidation, Leo. Is either being intimidated for a lot of you, or even just feeling that you've been intimidated, right? But you only really get intimidated if someone's battering your head in. So it would go the other way for the person that's been constantly like, bah, 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 bah. This is why I never bring drama to people. I just let people run around like an headless chicken. I never bring any karma or drama to anybody. I don't never expect that someone's supposed to do or be or have or not be or not have time or have time. I never. I just let people do whatever they do. Honest to God, I found that so much easier on my path when I decided, you know what, I'm just not even going to intervene with people's lives anymore. And even when it was involving my own. A lot of people hate that about me when I'm not in relationship. But when I was, is the fact that I was like free to just do what I want. And because I never had that, listen, you're supposed to do this. Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you be that? Because when you're not controlling person, the people that can be controlling, they don't like it that you're taking back control of your own life. Do you know what I'm saying? And some people think, well, I'm supposed to be controlled in some form or manner. They think, well, I'm supposed to be like told what to do or not to do. And that's generally when I'm like, well, that's all right. You can go out for a couple of free days. You can go out clubbing, or you can go out partying, or you do what you want. I don't mind. I trust you. You can, you don't need me with you all the time. You can go wherever you like. You can do what you want. Some people can hate that. They hate the fact that someone is okay with them just not being with them. And some people don't like it. Like, they have to be around people. And I really picked that up as been some of your cycle or something, where it's like, well, I have this expectation that a relationship is meant to be like my parents, or like, we're supposed to have commitment. We're supposed to live with each other, and we're supposed to be with each other all the time, and, all this sort of stuff. And that's where a lot of people are kind of getting let down. Is because generally then when you go into a relationship and you find that someone's so easily going, and you're like, either easily led, someone's either been very easily led astray or easily led, okay, and it's like, because I'm definitely picking up that someone comes back to your energy and is easily led back into temptation of going back again. I really do. So be very careful, okay, but I'm definitely picking up this energy of like led astray. Like, I have this expectation that we're supposed to be this way. You're supposed to want me all the time. Like, you're supposed to need me all the time. And you come up with the needing energies and the wanting energies and all this sort of stuff. And, I mean, I tell you this from experience. It's normally when you're okay with the partner just doing whatever they want, which is not going out and cheating, by no means. But I mean, you're okay with them going to work a lot, or you're okay with them following their life and their career and things that they want to do. When you're okay with that, you're on the same wavelength for someone, right? Because you'd have that about yourself too, maybe, right? But when someone's like trying to stop someone's life, someone like me can be very like, bruv, I go with life and I go with the flow. I go with it all of the time. I'm a Piscean. I've messed myself up in the past by fighting against the stream and by fighting with people. It was only when I give up that I realised that more people actually cause me even more drama. Right? So it don't matter. So generally what you get is that you've got an energy here in your reading, or energies, that when you start to concentrate on life, other people don't like that you're being the way you are, because they want you to be something different for them. Or they can't get to grips of like, well, why wasn't you this way? And why is it that I'm being turned down and that I'm not compared to the other person? I really think that some of you have got someone that goes backwards and forwards between someone else, and it's making you feel it's not doing anything for your self-worth and value, because that puts you down. That makes you feel and think, well, why am I not good enough in order to be able to have someone? And why am I not good enough in order to have you when you want her or him? So then I give off an energy of like, well, I hate you but want you. And I hate her but I don't want her to have you or him and her. And when you get into that, it's because you're being intimidated in order to realising that those energies don't work, right? And it is something also to do with around work, around physical work, at work or too much work, right? But you can never have too much work. That's what I'm saying. Someone feels that someone's always got too much work and they're too busy all of the time and not being able to provide for a relationship. Okay, but that depends on the kind of person that you meet, right? It really does, because your astrology is just everything. It is. Everybody believes in this crap, which is law of attraction. It is absolute rubbish. It's only meant for those people that are supposed to have it within time. And those people that have it, they're like, man, I'm going to teach everybody how to have all of this stuff. And it's giving them loads. Equality. It's never more than one. It's more than the other, right? It's never equal. It's always more than one. There has to be, right? So, because there's always more than fish in the sea. Another Pisces. There's another Pisces out there for someone, I feel, right? But there's always plenty of fish in the sea, right? You've heard that, right? So there's always more than one, right? Or more than one person. But there always has to be something that's more out or less, right? There always has to be. So when you look at those equalities, I've lost tangent. I've lost it. But when you look at that, you have to see that when you want more, you get more. When you want something more for your life, you go towards something more in your life. You don't go towards something, you separate the energy, right? And that life changes, that you want more for yourself, and that you start to ride the wheel of fortune. You start to go round because you want more, okay? I was kind of on a flow and I kind of forgot the actual point to the whole thing, which is normally my manner of... But I definitely feel that some of you are dealing with court stuff, which is a lot to do with... if you say her name once more, though, that keeps coming up. Like, if you say her name once more, or if you do this once more... I mean, how long have you been doing it? How long is a piece of string that you're prepared to let this person keep doing that? But... that's really for the person that's coming to the person. You see, coming to America or coming to the person. You bring energy towards a person to make them close down because they'll energetically feel it. That's why they close down. So the person that closes down is supposed to move on. For a reading, someone will say, yeah, they're emotionally blocked, and I can't believe they're emotionally blocked. Between here and here, I can't never tell what conversations have gone on in your life. or what kind of things have gone on in your life that causes people to close down. The reason why they do is because they're supposed to form separation of letting go of one's feelings and emotions, of respect, right? So what you've got is detached energy, but also waiting to be attached. I'm also picking up that someone is also attached, meaning hitched or married. I really do. I really do. Like attached to someone else. They're definitely saying attached. Attacked to someone else. Someone was attacked. Attacked. Or someone's like tactless. Somebody's just completely tactless. And they're blatant with it. And they're like, yeah, I've been seeing someone else. I mean, is that really right? Is that really right? Because I really do. Because I heard, like, you say her name once more. And someone's kind of like, well, I'll just blatantly tell you then. And it's kind of like, yeah, I'm seeing someone else. You know, so that's your choice that someone's got. I do. I feel like someone hasn't got much tact. Which means that they don't care that they're doing it. Someone just doesn't care that they're doing it. They don't have much tact. Or they don't have much time. Someone's running out of time, like physically, like saying you're running out of time now. I think time is up. They're saying the time is up and someone's running out of time. Like, I don't know if you've forgiven this person so many times and it's happened yet and yet again and over again. Because they're saying that it's over, but someone refuses to let go of something. Okay, I think I've gone on long enough. Sorry, Leo, they're your confusing messages. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, because I really do feel that you've got third energies and confusing and intimidation and this sort of stuff, and something to do with court as well. So I'm going. Okay, but you can reach out for a personal reading or Skype call. Energies for September. Your tarot reading will be along very shortly towards September. Okay, these are just channel messages of just something that you get for free to watch. Okay, but me, I believe in my channeled spirit messages more than actual tarot cards, because sometimes cards just distract my vision and I can't keep seeing. But I can't keep seeing you. There's something to do with like I can't keep seeing you. It is. Someone's seeing someone else. They keep coming back and saying, look, I can't keep seeing you anymore. I'm sorry, but I can't see you anymore. There is. It's something like that. I can't see you anymore. Can't see you anymore. Anyway, sorry for the weird messages, Leo. But tier 2 now. Tier 1 and tier 2, same as before. The reading goes to tier 1 and tier 2 when I do the tarot readings. Over on tier 2, we're going to do the 1st until the 15th and the 15th until the 31st. They will only be coming out over on tier 2 around that date, which is on the 1st of September. They'll be going straight to tier 2. It won't be immediately with the 15th until the 31st. That comes out throughout the month. Okay, you should know the channel hopefully by now. But they come out then. But they'll only be over on Patron. They won't come up on here because I've got to go back to work in September as well. Okay, part-time thing. But what else? I don't know. I'm sometimes get fed up and keep saying the same thing because some people, they don't listen anyway. They don't. But yeah, it's all below. If you want to know, then it's all below in the description below. Okay, thanks very much, Leo. See you soon.